Ang Pinoy prospect na si Wiljon Mindoro maituturing na malaking banta sa 154 pounds super welter division. Etong Mayo at 13 lamang mga bossing taong kasalukuyan. Naging co-main event ito sa Bakbakang Casimero versus Nitumbua na ginanap sa Okada Hotel Casino, Manila. Muling nagpakita ng bagsik ang ating pambato sa ibabaw ng luna. Nakalaban nito ang isang Japanese WBO Asia Pacific Champion na si Takeshi Inoue, at para sa mga hindi pa nakakaalam ay isang dekalibreng boksingero itong Japanese na si Takeshi Inoue dahil nakabakbakan na nito ang dalawang magagaling na boksingero na si Timsyo at Jaime Munguia. Pero nitong Mayo at 13 ng gabi, hindi ito inatrasan ng ating pambato na si Wiljon Mindoro na may kartadang 10 wins at lahat tinapos sa knockout. Narito ang highlights mga bossing.
So, what's going to give? You are closer to the fight game than I ever will be. When two knockout artists get on top of the ring, you were saying anything can happen.
Anything can happen. As you can see earlier, Mindoro threw an uppercut that landed, and sometimes it can be it. So, being in this level of power, anything can happen. That's why you shouldn't open up. And Takeshi Inoue is more defensive comparing to Mindoro, but Mindoro seems like he has confidence and power behind all of those punches that he's throwing.
Is there a tendency to be impatient if you are a knockout specialist, if you are?
It does, but depends on your style. And I think a good straight, you know, the similarities between Mindoro and Yomeri is pretty similar.
Oh,
the way they're throwing.
Yeah, yes.
And being impatient can cost the fight. Oh,
Get stumbled.
You were saying?
Yes, like I
Inoue
said.
stumbled.
And that rocked Inoue. And look, and usually when the knockout artist sees that opportunity, he pounces on it. Oh, but the overhand right hand of Inoue on target, rocking Mindoro a bit. Oh, Inoue coming to life here in the second round.
I think Mindoro needs to stay with his jab to set up his straight, because that will all come together, including the uppercut like he did earlier when he hurt Inoue.
There is that part of the fight, Nonito and Rachel, where you have to be patient. You know you can handle him, but you want to be patient as well. You don't want to be too gung-ho going in.
And when they get into that hit zone, we just want to hit. We just want to throw those punches and set up.
Oh,
Here goes that uppercut again.
here we go.
15 seconds left. Can he put him away?
And he's throwing it wildly at that. Suddenly, this alarm clock usually tells boxers, let's go for it.
Inoue is pretty strong to take these shots from Mindoro,
You know,
and
that's a good point.
and with 2 losses on his record, the way that he lost was by decisions only. So he has not been knocked out yet.
In that exchange, Mindoro actually got hit. And that's where Inoue wants to be, is in that distance, because that's where he can be very dangerous for Mindoro. Oh, the overhand that landed because, again, getting that distance. And this might be Inoue's best round so far.
Yes, I agree.
And
Sometimes fighters love that.
Yeah, and again, you heard him in the early rounds, and then now he's coming in and being impatient again, because in the third round he was very patient using his jab. But in this round, he's like, I taste it, like your analogy with the shark.
Inoue doing a good job of clinching.
Inoue loves this distance. He loves being on the
yes.
inside.
Yes, I'll stay here.
Well, I think he's just seeing what reaction Mindoro will give him.
Or he's looking for other angles to work with. Oh, there's a slip. There's a slip. Hang on, the referee. That's a very wet corner. Have you ever fought wherein they put the batcha in the corner, wherein there are big pans? You've been fighting mostly in the States.
Yes.
You've seen that, huh?
I've slipped before. I've slipped before in canvases that are very slippery when it's wet, and it's horrible. It's a horrible feeling.
Did you see how he just, Mindoro just kind of stuck his hand out there, but it wasn't going to be anything effective or wanting it to even land? And the problem with that is that he leaves that out there. It gives Inoue the opportunity to cut the distance and throw off, get off some punches.
I love watching the corner of Inoue. They're both vociferous and loud. They know they have a chance here.
Well,
is
good
a-
uppercut, good
Yeah.
overhand.
This is a 50-50 fight for Mindoro now.
Well, I think Inoue is just pressing on now. He's getting that confidence and that momentum, and he's hurting Mindoro.
Oh, that's a
Mindoro.
good point. Like in this situation, 2 short blasts straight to the jaw of Mindoro.
So when he found the distance, now he's really trying to get right in there with Mindoro. And the thing is, with Mindoro being such a longer reach and such a taller fighter, it's harder for Mindoro to get punches off when his back is up against the ropes.
And he's seeing that when he's moving around laterally, Mindoro is actually reaching in easily to be countered. But when they are in that position of being close to each other, that's when Inoue really has the bigger advantage.
You know, Mindoro has not hurt Inoue yet in this fight. Staggered him a bit, but Inoue just recovered so well. And this is like a wrestling match with such a tough customer in Takeshi Inoue.
And he's actually hurting Mindoro in this round
Exactly.
with overhands.
This is
Uppercut.
exactly where Inoue wants to be again,
Yes.
coming
Yeah.
in with his head. And honestly, if Mindoro timed it right, he would be able to uppercut.
saying? You were saying? You were
Oh,
saying?
that
I
was
think
the
he's
uppercut
just
just
listening
hurt
to
him.
me.
Yeah, I think he has a beeline to your headset here. And Mindoro with a good second wind recovery here. And Inoue forcing Mindoro to get tied up. And he's hurt. Now he has hurt Inoue. Oh, the left hand is on target for Inoue.
This guy is tough.
Yes.
Well, both guys are tough.
Yes.
And the thing about powerful combination,
These are the middleweights, you know. I don't think we need the bell. And the blood just oozes out.
Ooh, Inoue hit
with
left
the hook
hand.
and overhand. And now he's just trying to press overhand again from
He
Inoue.
does not want this fight to go longer due to if it stops on a cut.
Both corners up on their feet.
Mindoro's mouthpiece had come out
Oh,
Overhand.
Mindoro gets tagged.
with the right hand.
Oh, good overhand.
Nice right hand.
And that was the same punch at the end of the round that landed by Inoue.
Mindoro needs to stick that jab out.
He almost got hit with that again on this round.
He's a strong, stiff jab, not a pawing one.
You know, I have a sense that Inoue could be leading in the scorecards.
But Inoue is stepping back a little bit. And now he presses again and again. Another overhand. But because of that jab, which is not affecting Inoue.
He takes a moment to catch his breath. He steps back, then goes back to what he's doing. You're right. And
Both-
here- yes, go ahead, please.
So both fighters exchanging overhand rights. While I do agree with you with an uppercut could be there, I also believe the other side, he's not throwing. I would love to see Inoue throw a left hook.
Yeah, to be a little more decisive and to hurt Mindoro just a little more at this juncture.
You can see that both guys' power are not as dangerous as it was earlier.
But Inoue was not even looking when he was throwing.
Yeah,
He's just punching.
But you know, fighters, when you go into the last round, the last bell and the announcement, it's final round, will probably wake them up. We look forward to that.
Good hook.
Yes, he's now knocking and nailing, time and again. 3 straight attacks, and he's scoring. But look at the counter punching of Inoue.
Inoue loads up on that right.
Well, this is why he's pushing the fight right
Yes,
now.
he is.
A good
Oh,
uppercut
yes,
by
sir.
Inoue. But Mindoro coming back with his own a little uppercut as well.
The uppercut has been the golden punch here in this fight. And both have unleashed it.
Both have both uppercuts and overhand rights.
Yes.
Referee broke that action up.
Another overhand by Inoue.
And that's where he's going to all day long.